Welcome back to another episode of AFL Unpopular Opinions. I'm Ryan Cook. Joining me, Jack Lindley.
How you doing?
Good. Fantastic.
Yeah, good.
Tommy Rockcliffe and Alistair Lynch.
He's up and about,
Isn't he?
He's a bit flat though.
Oh,
I actually heard he came home and the missus stayed on for 3 or 4
Yeah,
weeks.
she did.
Too, so
Can we not do an episode without bringing
he's a
up
bit
one?
nervous.
Real nervous. Stayed over there for a wedding, a few
mate.
froffies.
A few frosts, a couple more weeks of travelling.
There's
Yeah.
that level of trust there, Rocky.
Oh,
we don't
really?
need
That's
to
good.
be nervous about anything.
Real days of our lives here every
He's
week.
Yeah.
missing her. He can't
Yeah,
wait for her to
yeah.
get home.
Yeah.
He was next week's show.
Yeah, mate. Well,
Yeah.
let us in
Miss
on
you.
your love life. You're heading down to Tassie
no.
this weekend.
Change of angle.
Run down to third man.
Do you
Play a
go
bit
through
of
the? No, you hang up first. No, you hang up first.
Oh, that's
miss
sweet.
you.
No, we can wrap it up. Just
Has love been dropped?
Oh, I
what
reckon
type of podcast are we on?
It has to.
it has. Yeah.
Well, we did 2.5 weeks through Italy.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just takes over when you least expect it.
Well, we've got to speak about things because we got.
You haven't been introduced yet.
Yeah,
Got the goldfish over here.
Oh, you're
Getting
just
caught up
focusing
in the
on old
love
feathers.
story.
He is 75, remember?
Yeah, I know. He's getting old. But we got a worthless weekend of footy.
Nah, it's great.
Wild card that you wanted.
useless.
Yeah,
It's irrelevant.
it's good. It's good.
How is it
there's
good?
live
Run me through
games.
how it's good.
Well, the last 3 weeks there's been interest because we've had top 10, so there's been teams still playing for a wild card.
But
it's
it
a
was
fizzer.
a live game for GWS West Coast yesterday.
We would have a live game this weekend. We'd have 2 live games this weekend for a top 8. We got no live games.
but then
Yeah.
you'd have more Pox games of no interest in the last few weeks.
no, well they're effectively that this weekend.
Yeah, this week. So there's more hope for longer. So we wanted hope in the season for teams and fans. So we've kept it going longer.
Nah,
Yeah.
disagree.
Yeah.
And now we've got a fizzer of a round, and now we're going to have players rested.
Well, which is going to be the worst game? Do you think? Is it Collingwood Brisbane the one that could be mass restings?
Yeah, Q's
Well,
in
has
the
to
rack
be.
for pies there.
So obviously the memo
Yeah.
went out that you said they wouldn't send. That
I still don't believe they actually sent it. They surely they didn't send it.
sent it out, said you can't rest. But Collingwood have no interest of
Yeah.
winning this game of footy.
None, because whether they host it or don't host it, it's still going to be the MCG.
yeah,
They're gonna be at
finish
the G.
8th or 9th,
Yeah.
regardless.
And it's going to be either Western Bulldogs or Carlton. So they're not going to play it at Marvel because
Yeah.
why would you? You
Yeah.
get a bigger crowd. Potentially it's going to be a ripper, Collingwood Carlton at the G.
Yeah, that would be good.
So they've got why would
Well,
they?
it's not going to be Collingwood Carlton though, is it?
I think the chances of that are pretty slim now,
Yeah,
aren't
that
No,
one's.
no.
Well, you got Freo
Yeah.
that could be resting players. They might not send everyone over, so that's a winnable game for Carlton. And the Doggies have got Melbourne, so you think Melbourne, they need to win to kind of finish as high as possible. They've got a chance at the top 4.
So the way it happens is Carlton beat Freo at Marvel, which is a chance.
Because Freo leave 4 or 5 at home.
Freo could rest, but they also
The rule was brought in because of them, wasn't it?
yeah, and
They
North
have
Melbourne
12 out.
But they brought the rule in, then gave everyone a week off, and then they
Yeah.
bought your wild card that you're up and about for, and have taken that week off away.
No,
So-
it's good.
On what basis is it? good?
Because there's hope longer for teams and supporters.
Nah.
There's the only
Disagree.
good story out of it is Carlton bottoming out because when your bloke was coaching them, and now they've got finals footy.
1 and 8,
Otherwise, they
they've
wouldn't
gone,
have.
yeah.
In the
Yeah.
top 4 spot,
Yeah.
Melbourne and Hawthorn.
Well, so there is live games up the
Yeah.
top, but
Yeah.
so if Carlton
Live
beat
games down the
Freo,
bottom. Yeah.
they go to 9th and take on Collingwood, and Western Bulldogs lose to Melbourne. Is
Yeah.
the result that gets it to 8th, 9th.
Which could happen.
Which is a big chance. And then we expect Collingwood to rest a lot. They could potentially rest Dacos and anyone that's slightly sore.
What do you reckon the chances of resting Dacos are?
Well, he loves to play and he's a
Yeah.
competitor. So if he's slightly sore, but we just spoke about it before as well. What if he accidentally bumps someone in the head?
Yeah.
Like he's guaranteed
Oh,
the
no,
Brownlow.
that's right.
He's got the Brownlow.
Like just give him the week off. Get him. You would prefer him prime for the first final.
Both Dacos is out, Cameron out.
Well, side bottom was a laid out. You'd imagine Pendlebury will rest.
The only
Has
bloke
to,
that is definitely going to play is Crisp.
Crispy, you're having a spell. Oh, no, I'm not. No, I'm not.
He's guaranteed. That's the only one on the board at the moment.
He might run on, play the first 5 minutes, and spend the rest of the game on the bench.
But
They have to, don't they?
well, you think so?
They have to leave a handful out.
Yeah.
And the Dogs, it doesn't really matter for them too much either. They're going to finish either.
Well, they don't want to travel to Adelaide, ideally.
Ideally, they probably wouldn't, but they've got their own injury concerns, so
Yeah.
they're just going to pick whatever's available, you would think. But then it turns around and it's like, well, who else? Sydney could rest whoever they wanted because they've locked away top 2, and they got a nothing game against North Melbourne.
So you rest Grundy again? Although, I mean, he had last weekend off, didn't he? But
Well, he played Essendon too, so he probably had that off too.
So maybe there's a couple there get rested, surely. Hawthorn.
If they win big,
Yeah.
Yeah,
the percentage.
they're going hard.
If they win big, they can potentially jump Brisbane, which you'd prefer to finish third, I think, than fourth if you were Hawthorn.
We don't want to
Yeah.
go to play Freo, so
Yeah,
No.
you'd prefer to go to Sydney, where Brisbane, I don't think it bothers them where they finish, if they
No.
finish third or fourth.
Freo will be watching those 2 spots.
Yeah, well, it's massive. So
I reckon they
Freo
want to see Brisbane in Perth.
would prefer to see Hawthorn, I
Yeah, I
think,
reckon more of
first
it.
week. But, yeah, a nothing weekend. And starts Thursday night
it's-
with your Suns taking on the Saints.
Oh, they're on their footy trip. They're on that wasn't a very good game, was it?
It was
Brisbane.
terrible.
Shocking game. Some of the kicking from highly skilled players in what was near perfect conditions.
It was beautiful on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a great game, but the Suns, geez, they fell away. They won 1 in a row and then dropped away.
Did I see Matty Rowell sniffing footies pre-game?
That was bizarre,
And
yeah.
there's a lot going on. I love Matty Rowell.
Do you think he's got OCD or
Yeah,
what?
that was my
Yeah.
first thought.
Did you see it?
No, I didn't see him sniffing footies. I saw it
So,
the week before.
Like
sitting
10
in the
Sherrans
rain.
lined up
Lined
against the
up,
wall.
he had to sniff every single
He
one.
sniffed every single ball and then picked up which one he wanted to warm up with.
He's-
He does some weird stuff.
He does. He does. But look,
eats
that's
grass.
the week before in Canberra, sitting out on the wing by himself in the rain.
Yeah.
You go, what's going on here? And then put on an absolute clinic. So you go, oh, fair enough then. But no, he's a different cat.
He started the game really well on the weekend.
He did.
too.
28 touches. I mean, yeah, the results speak for themselves.
Well, he's back to his best.
He's getting a good sniff now, I guess.
Getting the sniff of it.
What I would say for the Gold Coast Suns, this is what they need to do in the off-season.
Right, okay.
Trade
So,
Christian Petracca.
Jeez. What are they going to get for him?
Well, I don't know what you would get for
that's a
him,
good point, though, because
Yeah.
they're
But-
bound by a contract.
but you're not going to get...
You won't get
Bailey
your 2 picks
Humphrey,
back.
if you can get him back to where he was, he's more valuable to keep, in my opinion. He's got more upside than what Petracca does at this point of his career. Petracca looks like a shadow of himself compared to what he was at the start of the season. And if you're going to start to lose players, I would try and move that money out and move him and try and get picks back
Well,
through
do you
the door.
think that's a physical thing or he's just not fitting in at that club?
Butting heads with Dimmer.
Yeah.
Well, Dimmer speaks about post-game about what he can bring and culturally to the group. I don't think he's brought anything that's an upside to that footy club culturally. And from all reports at Melbourne, he wasn't great culturally at the end either. Speaking to people inside the Melbourne Footy Club, he wasn't great last year.
Yeah.
And you've seen what's happened when they've moved out last year. I would be
So
trying to move him on.
you're trading him. Gold Coast will have to pay some. Someone's not going to take his full
But
wage,
culturally,
whatever it is.
you're looking at Humphreys who doesn't really want to be there anyway.
Well,
so how can you go chips in?
there's been a shift,
Yeah,
I'm told,
okay.
the last 2 months that he actually is more invested and wants to stay up
Well, he's
there.
actually played all right the
Yeah.
last month or so.
So
Been much better.
I'd go chips in on him and play that forward midfield role.
Well, that's the other shift. They've actually moved him into the guts.
Yeah.
Whereas in the middle of the season, he was playing more forward.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's moved in the midfield, which would push Petracca more forward.
More
which
forward.
Maybe he's disengaged with that too.
Well, I would. The Crows wanted him last year. I'd see if there was still interest there, move him down there, and potentially look to get someone back or draft picks.
The Crows would be interested in that. You'd think.
I think so.
If they
Yeah.
miss out on Zach Bailey, you think that would be their second option?
Well, I think they would still have interest in getting him there because he can
Yeah.
still elevate, and I think they're very different in they've got a lot of workhorses, the Crows. Like they don't have the out-and-out stars that the Suns have, where he can elevate them. He can be a pinch-hit midfielder that plays out of goal square as well. Tech's retiring. They potentially need another goal kicker in that front half. I think he's better matched to go to the Crows. So if I was the Suns, I'd be trying to move him.
So you're doing that. What else are you doing at the Suns? Anything else?
Well, you're going to lose King. King hasn't re-signed now, so you move him on. So you probably play Ethan Reid as a forward. He's not a wingman. I don't know why they're persisting with him on the wing.
Well, I think it was probably because his first couple of weeks, he was almost doing a Dempsey type thing, getting very deep and very, forward and taking marks. So there was some signs that he actually looked okay, but probably key post is his best spot.
Well, they re-signed the big fella as well, Big Witsy re-signed, so they've got the ruck stocks.
When that happened?
Last week or the week before.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez, that's an interesting one.
You'll go, well, I thought he might have shifted off into something else, but re-signed for another year, and he hasn't been playing, so I think their ruck stocks are okay. Ned Moore's serviceable.
Are you re-signing him with the thought that then you trade him?
Who?
Witsy.
Where are you going to trade him? Who's going to trade for him?
Would someone want him?
Oh, I don't think he'd want to leave, would he? I don't know what his
if he
aspirations are. I don't know what his aspirations. Well, you would assume he'd be a coach.
Yeah.
Transition into like a development coach, like Ben Hudson sort of did at Collingwood at the end. So maybe if you were going to go somewhere, if there was a need for a ruckman, maybe the Dogs or something like that as a backup, depending what happens there.
What else? Anything else for the Suns?
Well, it depends on who's happy and who's not. Charlie Ballard doesn't look like he's the same player. I still think there's draft and trade value there for him because I think he's still an All-Australian centre-half back when he's up and going.
But maybe, though, first year back after ACL.
I'd keep him.
Yeah.
So I think they're pretty well balanced because you look at their midfield, it's as good as anyone in the comp when they're up and going. I would bring a couple of workers in. So they've got stars, but you need good serviceable. So like a George Hewitt, those type in the competition, like the workhorses that do stuff defensively through the midfield, like a Dunkley. If there's someone like that out there that you can get, whether it's a James Jordan or something, like someone like that can play a completely different role for them. Because they don't need more ball winners or stars.
Because first round draft picks tend not to want to be taggers.
Don't want to
or be accountable.
Don't want to.
How are you selling this to the fans though? Like, a year
Petracca?
ago. Yeah, mainly Petracca.
Well, it just didn't
and
work.
what are you calling it? 'Cause it's not a rebuild. It's
it
like
didn't work out for us.
Yeah.
A bit like Grundy at Melbourne. We thought it would. We thought two rucks would work. Petracca we thought would elevate us. It hasn't quite worked. So we've re-evaluated, shifted on the spot and gone in a different direction.
Yeah.
Which I think you could accept because you've got the back six is pretty sound. They've got the running backs. Dan Rioli was exceptional in that first quarter with his run and carry. He had Cameron.
He's had a good year outside of his injuries, really.
Noble's a running back. Their key defenders are pretty sound. McAndrew at one end, Jed Walter showed a few signs in that game as well. You lose King, so you're going to get another few high draft picks, you would think.
Yeah.
Potentially on trade for another player, but you get some workman-like, and then I don't think they need to reinvent the wheel.
They don't. I reckon you could sell it because Christian's only been there a year. I don't think it'd be a hard sell just to sort of talk about a tweak, but... well, that's the thing. The talent's still there. You still look at the team sheet every week and you think, they'll win this.
Yeah.
But Petracca's a guy that puts bums in seats a little bit. Like he's a household
and
name.
He played his highest rating game at the Suns ever of his career.
The first 10 games he was incredible.
Yeah.
But I reckon wins put bums on seats.
That's true.
Realistically. And they should. I mean, you'd be surprised if they didn't reset well over the summer and get off to a good start. I mean, there's that much talent there.
Unless you say to him, and I'm speaking a little bit out of school, but you need to bring something different. You need to bring defensive elements to your game because he doesn't. He's a ball winner and impact the scoreboard, and we haven't seen that the last 4 weeks. Like he's been as cold as anyone. And for me, I would just move him on and bring someone else in.
Should we do a post-mortem for St Kilda as well, who are in that same category of biggest disappointments from the year?
Well, so the Suns are number one because I think Lynchy didn't have him in the top 4.
Rest of us did, I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah.
Suns, I reckon I had
Yeah.
him. Did I have 5 or 6? I think.
Oh,
I read the long
when you were
long
talking
list.
Which you were talking.
Completely the wrong list.
Last year's ladder.
Yeah,
I just thought, this is a bit wrong. But anyway.
Saints as well. We all had them taking a jump,
Yeah.
and they've gone back.
The minimum pass mark was top 10, realistically. Because, wild card's good for the competition.
It's
So-
not good for the comp.
It's good. But, there's been a few clubs, GWS is another one, that's been absolutely bloody demoralised when they look at their medical room.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Decimated list with injuries. And again, Max King being on the sidelines again. You have a key forward, massive chunk of your salary cap's out. The games, I think Ross Stevens sort of said this last week, the win-loss gets you in the end, but I'd be still all chips in till mid-year next year.
On Ross.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Your reflex is just to give them the arse.
I love sacking coaches. Love moving on.
And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work. Like Carlton's worked. It hasn't changed a thing at Essendon.
No. Different.
Squads.
Yeah, I think Essendon are still a long way off, and we'd expect a coach to be announced maybe this week. But for the Saints, I don't know what's going to happen. If Rowan Marshall says, I want out, which is a potential, because he's a genuine number 1 ruckman, and he'll be looking at DeConey who's getting 1.7. He'll go, well, my output's been better than his. Where's my pay slip?
Yeah, I get that he could look for a number 1 ruck position job somewhere.
But even money-wise, if he looks at it and goes, well, DeConing's playing a exact same role as me, not as well as me.
Yeah, I don't reckon you can do that, though. It was opportunistic for DeConing. Right place, right time. Everyone acknowledges, he'd acknowledge, you're getting paid enormous overs to make a jump to go to St Kilda. But I'd be thinking, Marshall, absolutely, he should be saying, I want number 1 job somewhere. And look at it. No doubt about that. And they might get something back in return for him, even though he's got only a couple of years to go, really, in his career.
Well, it was Geelong last year, wasn't it? Again, we just spoke about Geelong, like how they can potentially afford everyone that they want. But if Marshall went there, apparently they're the front runners now to get Zach Butters, which
is incredible.
I reckon we spoke about it 8 weeks ago. Yeah, Zach Butters is moral for Geelong. They'll find a way. But so's Toby Green.
Yeah.
Toby Green.
Yeah, wow.
If Toby leaves, the only place he's going is Geelong.
Yeah, him and Jezza.
Yeah, only place. So I could see Marshall popping up there. But I reckon you get to that stage, you'd attest to this, wouldn't you? You get to that stage of your career, you're looking for opportunity rather than just purely cash.
Well, Butters is different because...
Well, not Butters, I mean Marshall.
Marshall and Toby Green.
And Toby.
Yeah, potential. Toby would have earned a lot of money. Marshall's probably a little bit different. I think he's still got upside and can earn a decent salary.
Yeah.
But I think Green, definitely yes. Butters and Marshall's a bit different, but Marshall may go there on the basis that he wants the number 1 ruck spot.
Yeah.
That they can give him that, they can pay him handsomely, and then we know the benefits of going to Geelong. Everyone says their contact hours are a lot lower than any other team in the competition. You're almost guaranteed to play finals, like without guaranteeing it. They've played.
The record's pretty good.
They've missed once or twice in the last 20 years or something silly like that. So you're a chance to always be there. You play home games, you get time away. It's a good sell to go to Geelong. Easy sell. So, but I just don't know how they could possibly fit them all in.
Yeah, well, but that's where I think you can't go there expecting to get a big payday. You come in there on their terms, what fits in their cap build. And like, if Toby Green was interested in cash, he stays at the Giants. The biggest payday Toby Green could get
would be Essendon.
Would be Giants, I reckon.
Would be Essendon.
You reckon?
I think Essendon could pay him the most. You look at their team, like everyone's
so many kids.
Everyone's got to pay X amount on their salary, and there was a talk that James Hird reached out to him and said, "Come and play in front of 90,000 a few times," which would be a good selling point for.
But surely there, Toby's thinking, well, say he does get paid a little bit more or more at Essendon, he can get paid substantially at the Giants. If he stays at the Giants, it's got a 1 in front of it. Like it's big money. He's their greatest player, still with sort of can contribute. He's making a decision: do I stay at my club, or do I go get a opportunity to play in finals. He's not going to Essendon.
Well, the other thing with that is what's going on at the Giants, because they obviously dropped away a bit this year, and we speak about their injuries.
You're not sacking another coach.
No, I'm not sacking their coach.
He's
but
a big rooster too.
You tell
You've got
Kingsley.
into post game.
But you've got
I've got nothing to do with this comment in a second.
you've got Hogan, who looks like he's out the door,
Yeah.
Stringer, who looks like he's out the door,
Yeah.
and potentially Toby Green, who's 1 foot out the door. Toby's a little bit different, but your two key forwards in your main post, like what's going on there?
Well, but
You're down there all the time in front of 300 people yesterday. What did the
there
crowd
was
say?
more than that.
What?
Well, actually, I haven't looked it up. Wouldn't have been large.
If you can have a look at that quick.
They,
figures?
They often don't publish the figures of that stadium,
Yeah.
I found.
It would have been about 3,000.
Yeah, it wasn't many. A lot of them were under the camera, so you didn't get to see them. on the
He
other
goes
side.
with this one.
Oh, here we go. 7,345. Did you have that number in your head?
No, I wasn't thinking 7.
Do you reckon they scanned twice?
I reckon. Well,
Three times.
they had 3 games. They had the VFL game,
Yeah, okay.
and then the AFL, and then AFLW.
Do you have any insight? Because it's weird that
No, but Jesse might be. Jesse had a couple of incredible seasons, and maybe it's just wear and tear on the body, and just because he's regressed back to where he was for quite a few years. Realistically, he had an amazing 2 years, but I don't think it would be anything sinister or anything about the culture there or any issues.
But if they want to leave, like, wouldn't it be in your interest to keep them? Like, they've been more than serviceable.
Ideally, but you've got is it Grzelewski and Cadman? You've got a couple of big forwards, emerging forwards.
Yeah.
So and maybe it's Jesse with injury combined with wage demands that mightn't be a fit. He'd pick up a gig somewhere else, and he might be one of those top-up players with a contender to go somewhere. But Jakey Stringer, I mean, he didn't do probably the last couple of weeks, but before that he was going pretty well.
He's off contract, is that right? End of the
Yeah,
year?
they're both off contract.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I
he's had a
reckon
good season.
Jake Stringer had about 5 or 6 weeks that were really good. Kicked 7 at the game against Essendon. He kicked 7 points, but he was playing well. And then he's had a 4 and a 3 where he was highly rated in the game. So, no, what do you got to?
No, I
is
don't,
there
I
a
don't have
waft
anything.
of something going on?
Well, their season hasn't been where it needs to be. Like, some of their footy's been.
Hang on. Mrs. is calling.
You can take it if need be.
That was a
Do you want to answer?
Hello, darling.
interesting ringtone as well.
It's a special one just for
Yeah.
her.
All right, yeah, just answer this. Yeah, so but they've been decimated by injury. I mean,
But their best
smashed.
has been incredible. So they blow
Yeah.
Brisbane away in a quarter, which irresistible. They beat Freo.
Yeah.
But then they
Beat
lose
Hawthorn,
to
Geelong.
Essendon, lose to these bottom teams.
Well,
as well.
lost to West Coast in round 10 as
Yeah.
well.
So they're a bit bipolar. And then you've got these players that want out. It's like, is it everything as it seems there?
But who wants out though?
Well, those guys that I just said.
So if
Do
those
they
guys
don't
go,
want out, do they? Do they want out?
Well,
Is that
Well, if they leave, if you've got your captain that's potentially hasn't re-signed, which we think's going to go,
yeah? But we understand that though.
on what basis? They've been to grand finals and stuff with him there. So
Yeah, I think. Well, you could imagine first child support network around you, opportunities to play in finals back home. So I think could be some legitimate reasons why you'd want to go at this stage of your career back to Melbourne, and that family support network is something that shouldn't be underestimated how important that can be, because that can be tough. So you might be thinking that if it is to go to Geelong, play with Jezza, that could be ticking another box to hopefully win a flag.
Yeah.
Whereas you wouldn't think they're going to win a flag in the next couple of years, GWS.
No, you never know. I think their best is good, as we've seen, but it's going to be hard for them.
Finn Callahan out, Tom Green out for most of the year, all year.
Well, he's going to Tassie, isn't he?
Tom Green is good. That's the guy.
the greatest giant of all time, Clayton Oliver.
Well, he's been.
He's had a good season. Good
He's
bounce back
had a
season.
really good season. Has he got the snout in front of Draper for the Recruit of the Year? Because
He'd be,
Petracca
yeah.
got all the votes in the
Well, hang
first
on.
month. What? Hang on. What?
The bloke's going to win a Coleman medal. Surely he's the recruit of the year.
Yeah, all right.
But for what you paid for them,
Who do you reckon?
Who's recruit of the year?
Yeah,
It's
okay.
only one. It doesn't. I'm Kerno. I had an argument with Fairley yesterday about I think he's...
You're arguing with your kids, were you?
Nah, my uncle who thinks he knows everything. He's never played sport.
Runs in the family.
Can I say that would be an interesting lunch? Sitting around the dinner table. Yeah.
But
knows everything.
He has to be, doesn't he? A Coleman medal. Like
Hey, it's not guaranteed
goals,
just yet.
It's all about goals.
Well, I mean, that's what he's paid to do.
So you think Kerno number 1?
So Kerno's 8 in front.
Yeah,
Coleman
Jai
medal.
Amos comes out and kicks 8 this week.
He'll probably rest this week.
Yeah.
He'll have a week off. I think, well, I mean, it's probably a good topic of conversation for next week once the season's done, but we're effectively there. Who's your recruit of the year? Mine's Kerno.
If you're just looking at pure output and not what you paid for him, then Kerno's up there.
But would they be paying him as much? Wouldn't Carlton...
I don't know, yeah, not sure. They would have paid him a decent quid, I reckon.
Yeah, in terms of the 5 draft picks and all that going the other way, but you got Draper for free, you're getting paid to take Oliver.
I think I could argue Oliver
Yeah.
in terms of
Oliver's had a
consistency.
great year.
Kerno's had some ugly games against top teams.
He took a while to get going, Kerno,
Yeah.
but...
Draper as well. Draper was slow.
Draper's-
Yeah.
yeah.
Missed a few. It's certainly not Oscar Allen.
No.
The glass half empty. There's poor old Oscar's sitting there listening to the podcast thinking, no, this is quite good. And then whack, out of nowhere, got a clip. No, well, I'd
Shout
go
out, Oscar. Thanks for listening.
Thanks
mate.
for listening.
Oliver. Oliver up there, Draper, Kerno. Yeah, okay. All right, Kerno's hard to beat, but I've got Oliver in front, I think.
No St Kilda. They spent
Nah.
no one there. I'm trying to think who are other recruits that went elsewhere.
Archie.
Archie, well, he just hasn't been able to get on the
he
park.
just keeps getting injured. Starcevic had a slow start to the
Starcevic,
year.
yep.
No, it's
That covers it.
pretty much covers it.
I think
Yeah.
I'm Kerno, but because he copped a fair whack at the start of the year saying he wasn't worth it, couldn't kick goals, whatever, and you walk away with a Coleman medal, going into a new system, new style. I think it's a fair effort for him.
Yep.
While
No.
we're talking about forwards, the Jacob Van Ruin incident.
Yep.
3 weeks, you reckon that's worthy? And also, what does it do for Melbourne now, heading into the finals?
He's underrated. Seen him live a couple of weeks ago.
He's
against
much
the
better
Suns.
this year.
Yeah. I think it hurts him. I think they'll challenge, but it's going to be hard to get off. You can see his clear intent is to hit the footy,
Yeah.
but accidental
Wasn't it-
contact, get someone around the head, you knock them out, you're in all sorts.
Yeah,
But
I
it's a
agree with the
dartboard again.
suspension. We haven't got a good record. Who'd we have off?
We had Ty Gallop.
Ty Gallop off.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the other selection dilemma at Brisbane we can talk about later.
But Van Royen's, it wasn't a swinging arm as such. It
He
wasn't
went
a nasty, because
Yeah.
you can accidentally hit someone in the head with a swinging arm. But I thought he was genuinely going for the ball. So, I think I'd be staggered if they didn't challenge it and get it downgraded.
At least to 2 or 1.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think 3 is harsh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so interesting that the way they come up with these suspensions. I know that there's a metrics and they keep going by it, but
And head related.
we've seen players get knocked out and then them get off with nothing.
Yeah.
Like Chris, for instance, laid a tackle, knocked a bloke out and gets
Exactly.
off. So it's we always thought it was outcome driven, but maybe it's not. So
Yeah, talking about heads though, they get very, very scared on that. So all right, Gallop comes back into the side.
well, yeah, you two are picking Brisbane's team this week. Who are you forcing out? You can't play them all, in my opinion.
Oh, it's tough.
I think Oscar Allen just misses out.
He's the
Because
obvious one.
Hipwood's looked good since
Yeah.
coming back.
Yeah, that's a real bonus of the
yeah.
last month with
Yeah.
Eric. Geez, he's flushing the ball from outside 50.
Oh,
He looks
he's kicking
confident.
him well, and,
Yeah.
and he's laying tackles in the forward 50 as well. So
So if you put him down back, it means you have to rejig that and
So-
potentially push like a Zorko, Wilmot, or Fletcher up the ground, because you've got Harris Andrews, Ryan Lester, Darcy Gardner,
unless they put Fletcher on the wing or something.
but then you go a bit taller, so you're not as small
Yeah.
ground level, so you're not as nimble. But then in the forward half, in my opinion, you can't have Logan Morris, Hipwood, Fort, Oscar Allen, Ty Gallop all in the front half.
All right, so
Because then you've got Rayner as a marker as well and Lohman.
yeah, so they're not. Well, they're not dropping Rayner.
Well, Rayner's safe. Logan Morris is safe.
Hipwood's safe.
Well, so
I
it's,
don't know.
Hipwood's safe now
well, it's a hip. It's one of
at the moment.
Hipwood, Oscar Allen, or Darcy Fort. I think you have to play Darcy Fort. I think
Or, and I wouldn't do this, or Darcy Gardner.
or Darcy Gardner.
Yeah.
So I think Oscar Allen in a reshuffle misses out at the moment.
Well, because he can't go in the ruck,
Yeah.
I think the others can. So I think unless you put Ford out and then you expect Hipwood or
I reckon that,
Gallup to be the second ruck.
they'll go. They've gone all chips in Darcy Fort as backup ruckman.
Well, I think,
and he marks the ball forward.
So does Gallup maybe just not crack back in? Or
No, he
he's-
comes back in.
He's
too versatile.
back in.
Guarantee.
Well, he
Now-
won him a prelim last year
Yeah.
as a forward, but then he's been exceptional down back.
Well, do you just put him in for Oscar Allen forward?
Well, I think so. I think you just do a
so
straight
so
swap.
it doesn't go back
I
at
think
all.
you play him
and
as a
reshuffle.
forward, yeah.
So I think that's probably it.
Yeah.
He just goes forward, which is what a string to his bow. Just
Yeah.
because it's obviously going to be a difficult discussion around the match committee. But yeah, just put him forward.
And who's your coach of the year? Because we spoke about that. We've seen Chris Fagan break the all-time Brisbane Lions record,
Yeah.
most capped coach.
Fagan's $1.10 favourite.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
we've seen some rankings the other week, and they have Fagan at 2, 3, 4. I just can't work out how he's not the best coach in the comp. Like Sam Mitchell's highly regarded, but again, they haven't.
How'd your tip go? How'd that
Which one?
age over the week?
Which one?
Buddy Josh Fraser. Was that your tip?
Yeah, coach of the year. Yeah, got better again, didn't it?
Yeah.
So-
That's right.
Well,
You can build a case. The reality is he's not going to get picked as coach of the year. But why isn't he coach of the year? He's
Well,
coached
yeah.
a big chunk.
Because we don't know what the criteria is. We never do.
Yeah.
Is it the coach that did the most with the least, or is it just who finishes
He's
Well,
got
if
the
you-
top of the
best
ladder?
percentage.
Well, if you're remotely about that, there is a very strong, almost compelling business case that it is the premiership coach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But if you're talking about who did the most with the least,
It's him.
well, yeah, they were on the bones of their ass there.
1 and 8. They
Yeah.
beat Richmond by, 2 points?
Yeah.
And they smacked Brisbane.
I think that's how it should be. It should be who does the most
Well,
with the
going
least.
into the season, would you say that did you guys pick Melbourne to
Yeah,
finish
well, Melbourne
above
as well.
Carlton?
Stephen King has to be right up there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
are you asking who the best coach is,
Well-
aside from coach of the year?
All right, so you
no, well,
Tassie.
that's a totally
Yeah.
different one.
Yeah, that's different.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I think Fagan's the best coach
Yeah.
in the comp.
But it gets interesting when you go 2, 3, 4,
But
5.
season. But it's the same thing as the All Australian team, right?
Yeah.
It's like you have to knock them off. So like Max Gawn's an eight-time All Australian. It's his to lose.
Yeah.
Whether you agree with that or not, that's affected the team that's picked. So I think it's hard to go past Fagan. He's been in the last 3 grand finals, won the last 2, and he's got him currently sitting 3rd. Like that's a pretty good coach to keep him up there consistently.
Yeah.
So he's probably number 1. And then it's King, Fraser,
Longmuir.
Longmuir, they've been good. But even like a Collingwood, I had them falling right away. I had them finishing 14th. So you could argue Craig McRae there as well.
So
Cox
the
in
coach
the
of the
second
year,
year.
is that the one? Is that voted by the other coaches or?
Well, I think
Are we-
they name an All-Australian coach, don't they?
Yeah, okay.
And then there's
Then
I
there's
don't
Coaches Association Coach of the Year, where you can't vote for yourself, but you vote for the other.
know, your peers.
Peers, yeah.
Like,
So you're going Fagan.
I think Fagan still.
It's hard to beat.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat.
I don't have Mitchell as high. Chris Scott, obviously, what he's been able to do over 15 years is incredible.
Matthew Nix is an interesting one.
Well, yeah, so they spiked last year, but they're sort of dropped right away, haven't they? Like they're going to finish probably in the wildcard weekend.
Yeah.
But last weekend they had a potential to wrap up top 4. And then
last year they were clearly top of the ladder, weren't they?
down the bottom end, like Dimmer's obviously probably disappointing. Essendon, but even West Coast yesterday, like Minnie McQualters, he's going to be under the pump next year.
Oh yeah, they've got some raw talent coming through.
They've got good talent,
Yeah.
but gee, they're hard to watch.
Oh, how
that was
about
hard.
Bevo, or can he hide behind the injuries?
Oh
with
yeah,
that team?
similar again, can't he?
Yeah.
Like he re-signed
That's
for
a couple years now.
but he'll be under the pump. Obviously North as well. The coaching merry-go-round will be wild next year.
You'll have plenty of hot takes to play with.
Oh, yeah. Why don't you open up? We'll be round 4. No, actually, opening round. Opening round, right, he's got to get the arse.
Sack Fagan.
So if we go early over unders for
Coach's sack next year.
Yeah, if the line's 3.5, would you take overs or on?
Over. Over 3.5 sack next year. Right, yeah. So Essendon safe because it's obviously going to be a first year. Uze's in strife.
Yes.
If they don't bounce, he's in strife. McQualter's in strife.
Right,
so there's 2. Port Adelaide's safe because his car's second year.
Because he's your man.
No, well, it's his
club.
His second year. Yeah. Second year. But in year 3, I think that there'll be heat on him if they don't bounce. Suns, Dimmer's under the pump.
Yeah.
What did he sign?
18.
18
years. Maybe. So there's 3. I think Clarko's under the pump.
Yeah.
If they don't bounce
You
next
have Clarko going now, let's be real.
No. I actually like what North Melbourne doing. And they were good again on the weekend. They've jumped and they're playing better footy. So I think they can take the step to like a wild card next year.
Good year or poor year for North?
I think good.
Good?
Well, they've been in games that have been
13th.
I know, but much more winnable.
I'd rather be a North fan than a St Kilda fan right now.
Same.
I really think so.
Yeah. All right, keep going.
So what have I got? 4
GWS,
so far?
You got 4 gone.
Yeah, GWS under the pump.
5.
Ross under the pump.
6. Oh, jeez.
Bevo under the pump. Matty Nix is under the pump.
Jesus. Real positive aspect on life.
8. I've got 8. Is that fair? Or which one's not fair, would you say? Because Matty Nix has been there since 2020. They've played finals once, and they went out in straight sets.
Yeah.
And he's about to go on another campaign. So if they do decent there.
But him and like Bevo are the ones where you're like, who are they going to replace that level of coaching with?
Well, Bevo's been there for a long time now as well. Do you need a new voice? Could you argue that they could be performing better?
I could see that. I reckon
Yeah.
Bevo's a star. I reckon he's a ripper. But yeah, maybe a change and Bevo pop up somewhere else.
So you've agreed with my first 2.
Yeah.
St Kilda, Ross?
Yeah.
Well, you said before, if they get to mid-year.
I think if mid-year they're in strife, maybe a change.
Kingsley?
I don't think.
No, I don't reckon. No, I reckon we're a good season and a half away from even discussions on that.
Yeah.
Clarko?
And I work with him most weeks, and he's powerful.
Clarko?
Yeah, Clarko will be under the pump. They've got to frank their talent form
Dimmer?
of late. Yeah, I don't. What are we talking? Should be under the pump?
Well, if they're in the same position as what they are, if they finish 14th next year, so there's 5. West Coast, McQualter, if they don't bounce.
Yeah, they've got to bounce. They have to bounce. They've been poor for too long.
Uze.
Yeah.
So 7 out of 8 you agree with.
All right.
I'm glass half full.
Yeah, but I don't think.
Half the competition's under the pump. There you go.
I don't think all 7 are going to get the arse.
I have 8. I'm going over. There'll be
but
more than 3.5.
realistically, what number? If you do your savant pick now, are you going 5, 6?
Well, there's a lot. This is probably the biggest year next year. I reckon there'll be at least 4. There you go.
Yeah, okay. At least 4.
So who are your coach ranking? So Fagan's 1.
Anyway, who's going to keep their job?
Yeah. Fagan's 1. Who's 2 for you?
Who's a lock?
To keep their job or like
No, just
coach?
like who best coaches in the league right now?
I think we got to see more from King before you can put him at 2.
See, that's early to even be thinking about that.
Well, he's where they're
honeymoon
finished.
still.
Yeah, they're still honeymoon, and you can often get a spike first year from a coach. It's got to
Feathers
be
knows about
sustained.
honeymoons, how good they can be.
I think Scott's still up there
Lynchy's
for what he's been
obsessed.
able to do
Yeah.
over a huge chunk of time.
Fagan, Scott.
Fagan, Scott, and I'm going to say Craig McRae.
Yeah.
The top 3.
Okay.
I don't rate Sam Mitchell like everyone else does in the comp.
Yeah, he's a fascinating one. He seems to get a pass a lot of the time because of how he's invented this new style of attack and everything, but he doesn't have the results to show for it yet.
They haven't done anything.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
and because he's very impressive in the media.
Yeah,
that
that's
helps.
And it helps when you like sign with Hutchie and then you've got all your
Managed by SEN.
all your dogs just out there pumping them up, isn't it?
Do you think,
Well, it makes it easy.
Do you
Doesn't
think
hurt.
Fagan is the way he coaches is a lot different to the other guys you mentioned in terms of he's more of an arm around the shoulder type guy. And he's not just coaching players, he's coaching staff and he's kind of bringing that culture rather than
the
a real
video was
strategic.
interesting that they put up on their website because they said they did a locker room in the gym with the players, and most of the players said, "Oh, everyone thinks he's really friendly." No, he's not.
No, he gets feisty.
Just old. People think old people are friendly.
But he can get feisty, but he's that connector.
Yeah.
Like, so look at two of the better coaches in the competition, Chris Scott and Chris Fagan. I'm not sure Scotty will be going on a 20K walk ringing every player.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd do that.
No.
Whereas Chris will. He'll just walk and ring and talk. And
So he's a relationship guy, whereas Scott's more of a football brain type scenario.
It doesn't seem as like he's across the... he knows his personalities, but he's not as... from an outside. I think McRae's very similar to Fagan.
Yeah.
More personality. You'd say Sam Mitchell's more tactical than relationships. You'd say that about Freo as well.
I think McRae, he does think about those motivating factors quite a bit. Like you saw him celebrating that draw and trying to get the boys up to celebrate it as a win.
No, he's big on that.
Yeah.
And he's big on theme for every game.
Yeah.
Like he comes up with a theme and a video and that sort of stuff, which would be challenging in itself. I think, geez, I've got to come up with a new theme.
I think Dimmer does that too, doesn't he, on the Gold Coast?
I'm not sure what
I used to anyway. I don't know about this season, but
not sure what he's been doing.
Yeah.
Is he living? He might be living in the past. They reckon there's a lot of references to his time at Richmond. Maybe it's time to move on.
That would be a balance, though, wouldn't it?
Be hard.
He's experienced the success with a group and gone through ups and downs at Richmond, so it'd be hard not to reflect on that. But sort of evolve into a new list, new environment, different situation would be challenging.
Yeah. What did you guys make of the double draws from the weekend?
Incredible, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Carlton sort of played for it at the end. I didn't see a great deal of the Hawks and Pies. Obviously went down to the wire, but
I thought you would have said if it wasn't a top 10, Carlton would have played that a little bit different.
Well, they would have. Yeah, they would have been taking the game
Just
on.
put one on a tee for you.
Yeah.
They would have been out anyway, wouldn't they? Oh, yeah, they would have been out. Even if they won that game, they still couldn't have made the top 8.
Oh, right, yeah.
But the Dogs, it was important for the Dogs because if they had won, they could have still been top 8. But
it was good to see. And it was good to actually see the awareness of the Carlton players.
Smith and that,
to understand that it is a draw is good here.
Yeah,
still a big moment, yeah.
And I think the caption post-game, you see the box of Josh Fraser, you can see, he goes, geez, we played but he's happy with how they walked away the win. So.
Is Jagger Smith just shoe-in for Rising Star?
Well, his teammate's going to take votes off him. I think Dean's been super.
He has been good in a vastly different position, which traditionally takes a number of years longer to develop into than a midfielder. Like a young midfielder.
A lot easier.
In an experienced midfield can pick up the pace a lot quicker.
But
I think
Smith wins, doesn't he?
He just wins hands down. He gets maximum votes across the board, I reckon.
I think all the awards are pretty much wrapped up. But Dacos is going to win everything.
15 or 16 awards in the country.
Smith, Curnow. The big one, I suppose, before we get to final, who's your flag tip?
I'm sticking with Freo.
Freo?
What?
Brisbane.
Yeah, I'm Brisbane too.
Okay. So is it...
What's the no, I can't talk about odds. Brisbane Freo at the MCG, who goes in favourite?
I'd say Brisbane.
Recent history,
and
I just think that the pressure stacking up on Freo to win their first ever flag as well for that group of players would be immense. And Brisbane have done it. Well, they've already lost their final 3 years ago. So.
Spoke to Brisbane.
You spoke to someone.
Yeah.
They're very comfortable to go over there the first week to Perth.
You think
so? Imagine if they went over there and touched up Freo in the first final.
Yeah. Could it be a Crows type scenario?
Well, it could be straight.
That would be huge. Yeah.
But I think they'll be happy if Brisbane finish third.
Oh, yeah.
And they take on Hawthorn instead.
Yeah.
Who's the dark horse then out of the top 10 that could...
I think Melbourne are...
Well, they're the dark horse because they don't lose at the G.
Yeah.
And it's remarkable that they just... You think they've lost one, haven't they? I think Geelong beat them at the G.
They've got a great record against the top 6 teams as well. So
they just continue to win.
Yeah.
The darkest of horses, but legitimate. Can Carlton go deep?
Well, what they did against Brisbane.
Yeah, they've played
play
some
like
good
that.
footy.
But I think they're a different team at the G compared to Marvel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there were signs of the old Carlton last week, weren't there?
Yeah. I prefer them at Marvel than the G.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to do it all at the G. Which, I mean, the one good thing about your stupid wildcard weekend is potentially
kept it alive all
Collingwood
year.
and Carlton.
You would have loved it. A couple of those teams that you played in.
We would have got there once.
You would have loved it.
Would have got
Actually,
there
late
once.
in the season, rather than planning your footy trip from May.
Well, same thing happened when Vossi got sacked at Brisbane. We went on this mad run and missed finals by
You did too.
by Geelong. Chapman dived on the ball on top of the goal square. Should have been holding the ball.
Yeah,
we lost
yeah,
by a couple of
remember
points.
So you would have been in.
Would have been in.
Would have been in. How exciting!
Wild card, yeah, we would have been in. But nah, no good. You've got all season to finish it, and now we miss out on the opportunity for a top 8 position where there's games that actually mean something. So Collingwood would be trying to win this weekend instead of potentially resting, and the Dogs would have to win.
What's the cut-off for Collingwood to rest players before they get a please explain from the AFL?
I don't think they'll get one.
No, they won't get one.
I think
Can't get
Probably 6 players.
I think what
6, yeah.
I think what they do is they send out the memo to go, we covered it, we actually, like legal terms, we actually can't stop them from doing anything. And what's it going to show up anyway? I mean, we're still waiting to find out what they're going to do with Geelong with their investigation. So
It won't.
I think they can drop. I think they can
rest 4?
12.
12.
Just to make a statement.
Yeah, just
To really
get a clip.
stick,
12.
stick it to them and say,
Huge.
well,
Just post it to Swanee.
so you're probably
Thursday morning. This is who we're leaving
They
out.
asked the AFL for some top-up players for the week.
So who you would leave? So Sidebottom, I don't think comes back in. He was a laid out.
Yeah.
I think they potentially rest McStay.
Yep.
I think he's important to their front half.
Cameron.
Membry potentially as well because he's a bit older. Get him fresh. Pendlebury. You're not going to rest Chris, even
Not
though you
allowed to.
probably should. DeGoey potentially rest. If they were serious, you could rest both Dacosses to make sure they're ready to go. And then Darcy Cameron. 8.
That'll do.
8. And you could argue more. You could go Billy Frampton, Dan Houston. People that are going to be really important for your makeup and the way you play. You could Schultz if he's a bit sore.
Yeah.
You could make an argument for 8 to 12.
Yeah, that they can't argue with.
Yeah.
The AFL can't argue with it.
And you don't bring Sidebottom back in.
Do you think Sydney will do the same? Because I'm only asking this because you're doing this game on Sunday, Lynchy, with the Swans
Yeah.
rest a bunch. You'd imagine they would.
They've got a week off
Not a
as well,
whole
though.
heap, though, because
Yeah.
they got the week off.
Yeah.
I don't think... I'd be surprised, even though Grundy missed a couple of weeks ago, I'd be surprised if he played. There's just no reason, and it also gives you an opportunity to play the young kids just in case as a backup.
Yeah.
So, no, I don't think they'll go too many, but there will be a couple, 2 or 3.
I could see Freo doing it. I could see
Yeah.
Freo just going, you know what, we've flown so far this year. Let's just leave our best.
Sarong, those kinds of...
Well,
Yeah.
Jackson, these guys, just leave them at home.
Alex Pearce, no way he's flying over.
Yeah, I would rest if I was them because then you can give them 2 weeks lead in. And I know you don't want to flirt with form, but I would. Ryan, he can have a rest. Brayshaw's carried the workload most of the year. He can have a rest. I'll rest our 3 forwards as well because I don't want to lose one of them because there's a chance that Voss does something stupid, misses through suspension or something like that. A miss, Tracy, they can all have a week off. Jackson, Sarong, Bolton, just freshen up and away we go. So I could see them doing 8 as well.
Yeah, very, very much so. There's only downside with the game for them.
A miss will be an interesting one from an AFL perspective, given the Coleman's just about sewed up for Kerno, but
it's all.
there's a chance.
Yeah, but in all seriousness, when you're in this position, you're only thinking about how can we best prepare ourselves, and this is what we talked about 2 weeks ago. This is why you're going to rest players. This to make sure you limit the risk to give yourself the best chance to win the flag.
Yeah,
that's all. What it's all about. Now, if you were down towards the bottom of the ladder, you're going all in to win individual awards, and you actually probably even talk about it. Say Kerno, if they're in 13th spot in the second half, well, maybe let's get it to him so that the club can have a trophy for the season. But when you're in this stage, There is not one thought outside what are we doing and how are we impacting our chances to win the flag.
Yeah.
That's all it is. So, and they may see with some of the players that we want to keep them going in form and that continuity, but you don't want to risk suspension, a head knock, a corky, that sort of stuff.
Like Melbourne's dealing with right now with Van Ruin. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly right. And Geelong potentially do the same. They could rest a couple. You got Richmond. Just do enough to win the game because they still need a win so they don't slip into that wild card. But they're as short as you can get. I don't know
think
what it is.
those fringe players playing in the twos at the moment who they've got a bye this weekend. So that's first round of the VFL finals. So twos players have got a bye. And you're thinking we might need these guys. Yeah, bring them in.
Yeah.
Bring them in, have a look at them at the level, give your other guys a rest, especially the older players. So that'll be interesting. I reckon it'll be one of the more interesting team announcements for a few years.
That's the only good thing about
That's where it stops getting interesting after that.
And then it's Q in the rack. We'll see you next week.
Yeah,
for the wild card.
Swanee will be he'll be just waiting, going, come on, fellas. He'll be ringing around the clubs. Come on, just don't, nothing silly here. Not good for anyone.
Well, they shot themselves in the foot by doing it this way because now they've got to announce. So they say the last game's so important, but they're announcing the All-Australian squad this week. So you're actually not taking in the whole season.
Yeah.
You're saying it's important, but you're announcing your team of the year squad before.
Well, the squad, not the team, but yes, point taken.
Point taken. You can't have your cake and eat it, can you?
Your mate Swanee, leave him alone.
Nah, he's no good.
You've kept that quiet.
Just go back to Danny Daly being the best.
Yeah, there you go.
Give him a job,
give him a job.
Cash that check. Boys, that'll do us for
What
this
about
week.
the cricket?
Do we have to?
No, I'm joking.
That's another podcast in itself.
When we start the cricket,
They shouldn't be
podcast-
playing
That's why
during
we've
the
got our
footy
part.
season.
We're doing, you and I
we're doing the
it.
cricket. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not good. Jeez, we'd have.
Well, you got
that'd
the
be
key to get
interesting.
into the office now.
Talking
so.
about
We have.
talking about sacking coaches and players. There'd be a long list that I'd get rid of there.
I
Who's
reckon.
first on your list, Marnus or
Marnus is gone.
Weatherald?
McDonald's gone.
Yeah,
McDonald?
Jakey.
Get back to
Bailey's
AFL.
gone.
Yeah.
Bailey, the selector.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Tasmanian. I'm not sacking him. No, there's a few go. Few go. That was terrible.
oh,
wasn't it?
horrible.
Our thirds knocked over Bangladesh for 55 or something a
Yeah.
couple of weeks ago,
Well-
and they've rolled us with.
A month or so ago, they lost to Zimbabwe by an innings and 150 in a test, Bangladesh. And then, why we're even playing in August in Darwin's, and then they're going to Mackay next week. Anyway, Cricket Australia.
You're off it.
I'm off Cricket
We're
Australia
looking
for a while.
all right. So, welcome to the cricket podcast. We'll be back in about 3 weeks with a vastly different team. Oh, but it would be actually would generate much more interest to see some young players come in.
They have
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Renshaw's one that has to play for me.
Yeah.
He got a
He's
taste
been knocking
and
on
he
the
was
door.
good, and then for some reason he's just out. Imagine him and head opening. He can hold one end down.
Yeah.
He can take
Good
off.
contrast there.
Yeah. Anyway, we digress.
We might revisit this in a few weeks.
Yeah. All right.
Let's get out of here.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.